Merry Christmas. Just a few days away, right? And we've been going through this Advent devotional. What does that even mean, devotional? A lot of people use that term to mean to take a few minutes every day. A lot of people do it in the morning, maybe when they get up, first thing before they do anything else, and to just spend some time with the Lord and reflect on the Lord, reflect on what He's done, reflect on His Word, who He is, and um, sort of setting the pace for our day. Doing it early. King David said that he did it early in the morning. He said, "Early in the morning will I call upon you." I suppose you do it any time of the day, but it's meant as some period of time that we take and we give it to the Lord in our day, to focus on Him and to thank Him, to be grateful, to get to know Him better, to communicate with Him, to talk to Him, to listen to Him. So our Advent devotional, we're doing around Christmas, right? So the whole month is Jesus month. Our whole life is supposed to be given to Him. So He gets the whole month there. So here we are, Thursday, December 22nd. You might be doing this at a different time. It doesn't matter. Why did He come? And we're looking at those specific ones that say, this is why He came. So John 18:37, Pilate says, "You're a king then?" And Jesus said, "You're right in saying I'm a king. In fact, for this reason, here's why He came. For this reason I was born, and for this reason I came into the world, to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me." Well, for this reason I came. This is why I was born. This is why I came into the world, to testify to the truth. So let's read the context right here in John's Gospel, chapter 18. We're going to start with here. This is in verse 37. We're going to start with verse 28. So we're going to read 9 verses here. It says, "Then the Jewish leaders took Jesus to Caiaphas, from Caiaphas to the palace, to the Roman governor." So they had this little religious trial. They were finding him, to be guilty of their religious customs and their religious ways. Well, they never really did find him guilty of anything, because he wasn't guilty of anything. And they want to kill him. So they're going to bring him to the Roman governor, see if the Roman governor will kill Jesus for them. By now it was early morning, so all night long he's on this trial, this interrogation with them. But now it was early morning, and to avoid ceremonial uncleanness, they did not want to enter the palace, because they wanted to be able to eat the Passover. So they weren't supposed to go into these secular environments according to their religious law. They'd be unclean, and they wouldn't be able to participate in the religious ceremonies. So they want to kill him, but they don't want to go into the palace. So they're going to try to figure out some way to, make sure that they can kill him without them having to go to the palace. This is really how ridiculous religion can be. That's why we say it's about relationship and not religion. Religion can be unbelievable. So Pilate comes to them. They don't want to go in, and make Pilate come out to them. So Pilate came out to them, and he said, "Well, what charges are you bringing against this man? Like, what has he done?" And they said, "Well, if he wasn't a criminal, he wouldn't have handed him over to you." And Pilate said, "Okay, so what did he do? Like, you're saying he's a criminal, what did he do?" And Pilate said, "Look, take him yourself and judge him by your own law. Like, well, don't bring him to me. This is, you've got nothing to do with this religious stuff. I'm not Jewish. I don't follow these laws. Why? Rome doesn't follow these laws. Why bring this stuff to me? But we have no right to execute anyone." "Why did you bring him to me?" "Because we can't kill him. Like, we don't have the legal authority to kill him." They objected. And this took place to fulfill what Jesus had said about the kind of death he was going to die. Pilate went back inside the palace. He summoned Jesus, and he said, "Look, are you the king of the Jews? Are you the king of the Jews?" And Jesus said, "Is that your own idea, or did others talk to you about me? Did you come up with that, or did other people tell you that maybe I'm the king of the Jews?" And Pilate said, "What am I, a Jew? I'm not involved with this. I'm not involved with this. Your own people and the chief priests handed you over to me. Well, what is it you did? What have you done?" And Jesus said, "My kingdom's not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest by the Jewish leaders. But now my kingdom's from another place. It's from heaven. It's an eternal rule. It's not a temporary rule. It's not like 4 years of the presidency or 60 years of somebody seizing a dictatorship. It's eternal, from everlasting to everlasting. different kingdom. And then Pilate said, so you're king then? And Jesus said, you say that I'm a king. In fact, for this reason I was born and came into the world to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me. And Pilate said, what's truth? What's truth? And with this, he went out again and he went to the religious leaders. Why did Pilate say, what's truth? Well, because he's a ruler in Rome, and they had just come out of Greece ruling the world, and Greece was all about philosophy and the truth and finding the truth and understanding origins. Where do we come from? What are we here for? What's the best way to live life? And it didn't ultimately satisfy people as much as a whole culture, a whole society was built around those things. And Alexander the Great tried to bring this all over the world. It left people sort of empty. And so Pilate's he's not really that interested in pursuing this issue of truth. What's truth? We've heard about it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Well, Jesus, in a previous passage in John 14:6, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, that Jesus is the truth. And why did he come? He came to bear witness to the truth. What's the truth? Jesus is the truth. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the life. There's only one way to God. Now, that sounds sort of exclusive, but Jesus said it. You've got to deal with Jesus, not with me. Jesus came to testify to the truth. So that's why he came. Merry Christmas. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. So let's keep Christ in Christmas and remember Jesus in Christmas. So you're loved, you're loved, you're loved. Bless you guys. We're winding it up for Christmas, so we'll see you tomorrow.